There we go. All right. Coming in live. Bridgestone Arena. Oh my gosh. Home opener. It's time. It's time. So we're going to get started here in a second once we get some folks in here. But let me tell you, tonight, big time, big time. Here we go. Welcome in, everybody. Kristopher Martel here from Fox Sports Tennessee, and you are with me live from Bridgestone Arena. Tonight's game, Calgary Flames come in to pay a visit to the Nashville Predators in what should be a very good contest between these two teams. I think one thing that you really need to look at tonight is probably what you're going to see from the Flames as they come in against the Preds. Hi, buddy.
I'm only gonna do it.
You should have. You should have. That was Brian Campbell. Hey, next time you come back up. Brian Campbell, he runs game operations for the Nashville Predators. Really good guy. Really good guy. Always a good friend. So it's fun to see him. But big thing tonight, I think you're probably going to look at seeing a heavily contested game. This is going to be one of the two that I don't know necessarily if it's going to be, in my opinion, as physical as the game against the Winnipeg Jets. But I really think that you're probably going to get a very physical game nonetheless. Goaltending wise, you're probably going to see Mike Smith in net for the Calgary Flames. Nashville, you're probably going to see Pecorine. So regardless, should be great goaltending from both sides. Pecorine's played against Mike Smith a number of times in their career. Defensively, Dan Hamhuis still out day to day, kind of more of a precautionary thing than anything else. Peter Laviolette continues to say it's precautionary, so it's something that I don't think it's a big deal, and I think that it is something that we should probably definitely keep our eye on. So until we hear otherwise from Coach Laviolette, it's going to be a day-to-day issue with Dan Hamhuis potentially recovering from some kind of small issue. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them in the chat. I'll answer them as they come up. But defensively, you're going to continue on with the Roman Josi, Ryan Ellis pairing, the Matthias Ekholm, PK Subban pairing, and probably tonight, I believe what I saw earlier is you're going to have a line pairing that consists of Anthony Boteto and Yannick Weber, and I think that's a decent line pairing for what they want to accomplish. I don't necessarily know if it's going to be a long-term solution down the road for the Predators, but I really believe for the short term, it's going to be it's a good pairing for them right now. Offensively, same lines from the pretty much from the season opener against the Rangers. You're going to have the Jofa line there, the Johansson, Forsberg, Arvidsson. They're going to be there. Kevin Fiala, Kyle Turris, Craig Smith in the second line. I think it's real interesting when you look at Kevin Fiala bouncing down to the fourth line against the Islanders and then back up, potentially back up tonight to the second line against the Flames. I don't know if that's message sending from Coach Laviolette, and we'll get into that more tomorrow on the Neutral Zone on 104.5 The Zone here in Nashville. 9 o'clock Central Time is something to remember. But I don't know if that's message sending early in the season to Kevin Fiala. If it is, personally, I think it's too early to do message sending. Yet here we are. Kevin Fiala, though, is back up on that line. At least that's how it looked during practice today. We'll find out in warm-ups here shortly. The third line, you're going to see Nick Bonino in the center, Calle Yarncrook on one side, and Ryan Hartman on the other. I really like that line. There's a lot of physicality to it, but at the same time, it has an offensive punch as well. So something to keep an eye on as well. Fourth line, that is the kicker. Mika Salamaki, Colton Sissons, and likely Freddie Gaudreau, Zach Rinaldo maybe slotting out tonight. Maybe looking for a more offensive feel to that line. I thought Zach Rinaldo has played a great couple of games for the Predators. It's been simple. He has taken a couple penalties. They may not have been the best penalties, but I think he's playing to his abilities. And I think that's something that you have to really think about when it comes to Zach Rinaldo, is if he's playing to his abilities and he's not causing disruption on the ice, what more can you ask for? So in that context, I think it was it's well served that Ronaldo has played as well as he has. Tonight's game's a tough one. It's a tough one. Calgary always presents a challenge for the Predators. They always present a little measure of difficulty, if you will. I've been covering this team long enough to know that any kind of game against the Calgary Flames is one that you can't really expect. You really don't know how it's going to go. So in terms of this game, I think Nashville continues on their winning streak. It's weird we say winning streak. I know 3 games is not huge, but in the same regard, I still think it's good enough. You know, right now, I still think Nashville is working through some of their kinks. I think when you look at tonight's game, it's going to be, like I've said before, heavily contested. There's going to be bouts of physicality. I think Nashville's come away with the win, and I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a 3-1 Predators win. Probably going to be wrong. I say that every week. I'll probably be wrong. But I promise you, for everybody who watches these videos, I'm not going to pick the Preds every single night. There are going to be plenty of nights where I do. That's loud. There's going to be plenty of nights where I do. What in the world is going on? Oh. Guess they're getting it all out. There's going to be plenty of nights where I do pick the Preds, but not every night. So when we talk about predictions and stuff like that, don't be shocked about some of these predictions I make. That being said, I know this is probably going to be a little bit shorter of a video than we normally do, but I'm kind of pressed for time in terms of how much time I have left. Fox Sports Tennessee is going to start the pregame at 6 p.m. tonight, 30 minutes earlier than normal. So if you're at home and watching this, buckle in, turn on Fox Sports Tennessee here in about 15 minutes, if you're watching right now. And if you'd like to hop on Twitter, @Preds on FSTN, I'll be running that feed like I normally do. Lots of fun as always on game nights. Past that, enjoy the game. Predators versus Flames coming up 7 p.m. tonight, October 9th, 2018. Thank you so much for watching, and we will talk to you on Thursday for Nashville versus Winnipeg, a rematch of the 2018 Western Conference semifinals. But I'll also talk tomorrow night, Wednesday, 9 o'clock Central on 104.5 The Zone, Neutral Zone. Listen in there. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night.